Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Cook, and I'm the CEO of Sneaker Brokers Enterprises. We are a sneaker brokers firm where we will locate, sell, and purchase shoes for individuals who may not have the time to go out and locate the shoes for themselves. I will charge a minimum service fee depending on what service we're providing for you. So there's a flat rate fee for selling your shoes, and if you want to locate some shoes for you, then the price depends on the rarity, product availability, and the cost of the shoe. So we will basically act as a liaison between the seller and the potential customer. We will only ask for pictures and make the customer sign an agreement that they must ship the shoes as soon as the payment has cleared. We will also offer a money-back guarantee in case the product that you paid for is misrepresented. We will market the business on different social sites and sneaker sites, and we will operate as an online business with the potential to become an established hub depending on the sales and the profit. Our mission statement for Sneaker Brokers is to provide you with exceptional service to satisfy all of your shoe consignment or acquisition needs, while at the same time building a relationship that will last for years. Sneakers Brokers is your one-stop shoe consignment experience. You can shop, sell, or even solicit the services of a company to make your sneaker dreams a reality. So as we dive deeper into the aesthetics of the company, we may need to do an environmental analysis. So let's examine the political aspect first. Since we're not doing anything to prohibit any regulatory guidelines, then we have covered the first area because we'll be operating as a consignment shop. So we'll have to operate the business within the guidelines provided, also within the permitted business laws as well. This will coincide with the legal aspect of the business because we'll have the customer sign contracts and agreements to state where they are legally authorized to provide any service requested by the customer. Another aspect is the economic side of the business. We will pay the normal taxes associated with profits attained from the business and the purchase and selling of goods. And one of the other layers of the brokerage firm is that since we're dealing mostly with sneakers that we don't have to worry about having to adapt to the changes of society. Lastly, the technological side of the business will start off as an online business so that we can reach a large customer base. We will take all forms of payment, and we will even offer a layaway program just so that you don't have to stretch your finances just to attain your sneaker dreams. The primary target for our customers are more likely to use our services are people who are part of the quote-unquote sneakerhead community. These group of individuals are consumers that are already experienced in the sneaker culture, and the secondary market will be individuals who have the potential to buy or use our services in the future. So this would be like your younger generation or individuals on fixed incomes. Within these markets, we will use segmentation to market the demographic that will most likely use our services. So that would be the millennials, of course. So we will use product placement on social media sites and sneaker forums. We will have popular banners on sites that the consumer can click on that will redirect you to our website, where you can see a list of prices for our services rendered or whatever your needs are. So there will be a flat rate of 20% for the price of the shoe for the product that sells for you, that we will sell for you, and we will market the product for you for a maximum of 90 days. We will charge a listing fee of $25, and if the shoe did not sell within the first 30 days, the customer will have to agree to reduce the price of the shoe by 10%, and then another 10% if it stays on the market for an additional 60 days, and then of course another 10% after the 90 days. If the product reaches its full term and the customer, and the shoe still doesn't sell, you can either donate the shoe to a worthy cause, or we can also try to resell it again for you. If you want us to locate shoes for you, then there's a $25 retaining fee, and then we'll solicit another $25 once the shoes have been located and a connection has been made between the buyer and the seller. Lastly, we buy shoes right out. We will give you a fraction of the cost of the shoes based on the demand. And if you decide you want to buy the shoes back for some reason, then you have 90 days to retrieve your shoes before we go ahead and sell them to the general public. We will also charge an additional $25 a month for storage fees because we'll make sure that your shoes are stored in a climate controlled environment, so that way you won't be subjected to any heat or water damages. And as far as the distribution channel is concerned, we'll use 3 basic outlets: the internet-based sales, consignment, and acquisitions. So let's look at our marketing strategy, shall we? So to remain relevant, we'll participate in different sneaker events using different marketing strategies to help the company be competitive, which will help them to be successful. The millennials, as I mentioned before, is our target audience. So we're planning to maintain our position by making sure we have a clear understanding of the consumer's wants and their needs. The strategies of the company are broken down as I read below. So the first 12 months we'll do, as I mentioned earlier, an environmental analysis. We'll finalize our stock, as you see behind me. Outsource our technology, so solicit the help of a web developer, develop our website so that you will be able to see the services that we provide, as well as what our list of costs are. Pricing. It'll probably take us about 3 to 4 months to determine our pricing, and we will use product services estimates, competitive price analysis based on the current established business that we already have, and then we'll make that decision based on that. Lastly, which will take about 7 months, will be our distribution. So as I mentioned before, since we're using internet-based sales, consignment, and basic acquisitions, that will we will use that to basically attain our stock and make sure we have enough viable sources so that we can provide product to the public. And lastly, which will only take about 5 months, will be our promotional period. So at this point, we'll develop our website, we'll put the spots on our social media sites, and then we'll work out some advertisements so that we can start some buzz. Now let's look at the marketing science, right, behind all of this customer behavior for hopefully a product that everybody will want, right? Since we're planning to maintain our business, we have to understand that the client psychology by ensuring quality and providing different services by keeping economic factors in view and by intense and creative advertisements. Research has shown that the growing demand for sneakers and the popularity within the hip-hop culture continues to drive that message to the masses. And since sneakers are purchased mostly in the U.S., then we have a strong consumer base already. Our target market would be the sneaker enthusiasts, and consumers always love when a new sneaker comes out. So society creates their own buzz because they decide which sneaker is a must-have and which sneaker is in demand. The science behind our business is to provide different sneaker services to take care of the customer needs in a one-stop experience. So let's look at some of the marketing tools that we would look at to help bridge the gaps between our marketing strategy. We'll use marketing surveys to see what services matter the most to our consumers, and we'll also use historical data to see how sales have been for some of our competitors, so we'll know how we should, market ourselves. And let's look at 2 ways in which we can utilize social media to increase sales. And promote this so what we'll do is create connections by using certain online communities that focus on the product or service that we're trying to deliver. So we'll, formulate a media campaign to different sneaker forums to try to use hashtags and create those connections. We'll also use video submission to create visual aids so you can see the services in action. So we'll submit subjects to spark conversations on Facebook, things of that nature, and we'll also submit videos to display on YouTube so that you can see it in action. And now let's look at how we will look at our overall performance as a company. So 2 performance standards that we're looking to increase is we'll increase our sales by 10% by the first year. We'll increase our market share from 20% to 25%. And 2 of the monitoring methods that we'll use to make sure that we're, providing good customer satisfaction is we'll create customer surveys and take that feedback. And we'll also create employee surveys that will, and we'll also take feedback from that as well. And 2 small financial controls that we'll have as well is create a liquid cash flow to continue to help the business to grow. And we'll develop a formal refund and exchange policy just to show that we are a formidable business. So as I close, I leave you with our slogan: quality service with a down-to-earth feel. So hopefully I've answered all your questions in regards to the business today and given you an overview, and hopefully this is something that you may be interested in. Thanks for your time.